Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 25.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Cook with a first down and much more. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 84 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. These two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, here we go. Oh, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, watch that. Hey, wahoo. Hey, check.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Freeman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
It's a gain of 10.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. His pass caught at the 4. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, that's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa. Bad move.
Check 50. Check 50.
First down. Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Now 3rd down and 6.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
They can't hang with us.
Listen to me.
Mike, check. 59.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
51, Tom. 54, Mike. Let him know. Hey, dude. 54.
Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 39. Check, Mike. Get up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Ito Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
You must be getting tired of seeing him. He's coming. We got double up. Alert 3.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Man, that's trash. 22. 51. Stop. 54. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We ain't giving up nothing with that. Shoot. Wait, hot.
Here's Cousins. Smith catches left side. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
He's forced out of bounds behind.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, 59, ready? You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down,
Ready,
Falcons.
get ready.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, Tuesday. 54, right there. Hey, exit.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Ryan.
You got locked in.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
First down.
Ready.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Smith. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
21.
Watch the twist. SOS.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right there. 54, Mike. Pick it up.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Back 25. 54. Hey, express. Check. 80 weapons.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second down and goal. Ryan, and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Josh Malone there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
36, 36.
Throwing, Cousins, and Cook has it, left side. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, 45. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Double dog. That's the way.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Oh, you got deep?
Shift.
Hey, take that.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And a Falcon 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And brought down down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Quick dash. Come. Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Got.
Tackles. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Watch the out.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hey, Tuesday.
Watch out.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Shift.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Ryan. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Ryan now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down.
Check, 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 check.
Here's Ryan to throw. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Falcons.
And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Crunch time, defense. Shoot! 22!
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll get the first-rounder, Caleb McGarry, there.
Hey, son! I got you, son! I got you, son!
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming.
Ryan will throw again. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24.
That's where you belong.
To Mohamed Sanu. A gain of 17 yards brings up second down. At the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Check your hot read.
Wait!
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Second and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Joker, 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 joker.
Cousins now. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
No, no, no. Off. Black, black. Check 43. Go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Taking it about the 36. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Check 9.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Let's get
at the 49-yard line.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Third down. 3rd and 13.
Mike 5'4".
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Got it.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 50. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes it's through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Throwing is Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
6 gone. Check 6 gone.
To throw is Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Back 25.
54 Mike. Here I come.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
51, sound. Back 25. 54. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that. Ready to go.
On first down, it's Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He wasn't
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Freeman again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check, check! Check, check!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will find Ridley on the left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Let's get the ball.
The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
54, Mike, 54. Here we go, here we go.
On the counter, it's Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
That's what I do.
Jim. Wait.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 31, check 31.
Play action. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check 42's the mic.
On third down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Leave it, bring up 48. Back. Recon, 132 fighter.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's take it inside his own 40. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, express!
Mike 42. It's just me and you. It's just me.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Falcons, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.